So the UK Saturday Night Live has finally started. I don't know why I say finally. It's not something I've been like begging for years. It's not like I see a clip of the US one and think, damn, man, there needs to be a UK version of this. Why the fuck haven't they done it yet? I've never thought that because SNL is not really something I find funny. But I guess a lot of the reason for that is the fact that, like, it is, I suppose, American. Like the problem with the SNL in the US, from a UK, from a British person's perspective, the one in the US is just too attached to US culture. So I guess a UK one is kind of crazy. It did take a while to come out, though, I guess. So it is maybe, yeah, kind of like a situation of, yeah, finally it's come out because I don't know why they've taken this long to do it. I've kind of just changed my opinion now at the start of this video. Because, yeah, my biggest complaint with the US one is the fact that, like, it's too attached to US culture. So having a UK one that is obviously attached to British culture, while still having some, elements of other countries and just the world as a whole. I mean, the first episode of the UK one literally opens up with a political sketch of Keir Starmer talking on the phone to Donald Trump. So, you know, um, yeah, the UK one is good. I don't know what I've already been speaking for almost 2 minutes. I like it. I like it. I think it's a really, really solid start. And my main complaint is a subjective one, and that is I just thought some sketches were too long. And again, I don't know the technicalities of it because obviously it's a live show. Each episode is an hour long. I'm sure there's a lot of things, a lot of planning, a lot of stuff. Doing this sort of shit is probably hard. Like doing live comedy sketches is going to be hard, and I'm sure they probably have like a set amount of time. So it's probably a case of if if one's too short, it needs to be longer. So they kind of just need to extend it a bit. Or if one is too big, they need to kind of shorten it. Like I don't know the technicalities of it, but yeah, my main complaint is the fact that, like, I thought some sketches were too long. Like going back to the political one, like the Keir Starmer and Donald Trump one, the opening, like that was an instance where I thought, it's a little bit too long. It's like funny for a couple of minutes, but then it's kind of not funny. Um, but I that's my complaint, and again, it's a subjective one because my favorite sketches, because I have a few favorite sketches, and I'll list a couple of them soon. Um, People won't find funny, and will probably also think they're too long. So again, comedy is such a subjective thing, and also I'm not making this video to like just review the thing. I am kind of reviewing it, I guess, and giving my thoughts. That is what a review is, but I'm not also looking too into it. I'm not like criticizing this, praising that, and all of that shit because I'm not a reviewer, man. I'm not smart for that. I'm not smart enough to be like an actual reviewer. If I find something funny, it's solid. I'm easily pleased. So maybe I shouldn't be making this video, but I just wanted to share my thoughts on it, okay? I watched this today on a Sunday. I didn't watch it when it was broadcast live, so it's not actually Saturday Night Live for me. It's Sunday night not live. But I I enjoyed it. I found some stuff funny, and my biggest complaint is one that maybe isn't even a complaint because it's so subjective. But yeah, I guess I'll jump into it. My favorite sketch, my favorite sketch was a Captain Birdseye one. So it was this like weekend news one. It was this like weekend news where they're like talking about the news, and they actually start laughing themselves. They actually start losing character, breaking character. I mean, and it's when they bring out Captain Birdseye, and he comes out of like a huge tray of like fish fingers, so much fish fingers, and they start asking him. They start interviewing him like, why did the UK send you to Iran? Like, why are you the one that is going to maybe like bring this war to an end? And it just starts getting crazier and crazier to the point where he like rips his top off, and he says, "This is why I've got like." I mean, he's like, got like human fingers on, on his neck, on like a chain, and then he like grabs the fish fingers and starts like eating them like that. And like, I find that pretty funny. I don't know why, but like the sketch as a whole was funny, and like I said, also, I find it really cool when actors start losing it. You know, when they start like breaking character because they started like when they were reading the teleprompter because there was obviously a teleprompter there. They started losing it because obviously a lot of the stuff they were saying was just bullshit. Like a lot of the stuff was based around real life news stuff going on in the world right now, but then some stuff was added, you know, some like witty comments and stuff, and I found that really really funny. That's probably the one I got the most laughs out of me. The um the second one was something called a sketch called the Paddington Live Experience, where families and just people who love Paddington, they go to Paddington's house, you know, expecting to see, you know, the cute bear um, in a blue coat with a red hat eating marmalade sandwiches. But instead, they actually find a real bear, like an actual big bear, and this bear starts whacking them, you know, starts like pulling limbs off people, and one guy crawls out, and then the bear grabs his leg and pulls him back in, and you hear screaming and stuff, and I found that really funny. Um, just again subjective, you know, because some people probably think, Harry, you're an insane human being. Why did you find that funny? Because I just did. So yeah. So those are probably my two favorite. There was another one. There was another one actually. There was a film interview one. There was a film interview where this guy is interviewing these two actors for a fictional film, these two fictional actors for a fictional film, and he's like, okay, so yeah, I would just watch this film last night, and they were like, oh yeah, it's cool, isn't it? It's really, really good, you know, the actors, and then he's like, that was shit. The film was shit. And then he like pulls out a clip of the film, and he like starts pointing and says, you're not even acting here. Like, well, you are acting, but you're like really bad at it. You're like terrible actor. And then the fictional actors are like, I don't know what? So I found that really funny. Again, silly and goofy. Some people may not like that, but I did. Um, so yeah, those are probably my favorite ones. And then the other sketch. Oh, another one actually. Yeah, another. How could I forget this? It has the coolest name. It's probably like yeah, I really like it. David Attenborough's Last Supper, and it's essentially David Attenborough using Jurassic Park technology to bring back British historical figures. So they bring back Winston Churchill, and they bring back Princess Diana, and they bring back Freddie Mercury, and he's essentially trying to ask them, what makes Britain great? What to you what to you makes Britain great? Is what he tries to ask all of these people. But then it just gets crazier and crazier, and they start like, you know, they start acting goofy, and then David Attenborough's like, fine, it's over now. I give up. Who wants to have sex? Essentially, that's like what that's like essentially what it ended off on. So I don't know. I found that funny and goofy. Um, I guess my other thing actually, and I saw a lot of people complaining about this online actually, talking about why did they get Tina Fey, who's an American, to host the first British episode of Saturday Night Live. I can understand where they're coming from, but also like it would have been nice to have like a British person obviously host the very first episode of Saturday Night Live UK, but also getting Tina Fey, somebody who's been on the US one, somebody people are going to know most likely to host this first episode is probably a smart idea. And they even like make a joke about it themselves at the start of it, you know, it's like, why are you, an American, hosting the UK version of Saturday Night Live, the first episode at that? And she's like, well, to put it politely, you don't know what Saturday Night Live is, or something like that. I don't fully remember it. I'm like, that's crazy. I watched it like half an hour ago. Maybe I don't like. Maybe I'm not a big fan of this. But my point is, I can understand why they got Tina Fey to host it. And then the musical performance was Wet Leg. I'm not a huge fan of Wet Leg. I've listened to a couple of their songs in the past and thought they were pretty good. And they were pretty solid here. They were a pretty solid first performance for the UK Saturday Night Live, and I look forward to seeing who else is who else comes to it. I suppose I don't know how many episodes there'll be for this. Hopefully, there's a lot. And yeah, that's essentially it. I like this. It's a solid start. I look forward to watching it every weekend. It'll be a good thing to just watch at the end of a stressful week, and just sit down, relax, watch some stupid sketches, and yeah, solid start. And I hope it continues. I hope Sky continues it. That is me essentially praying, because I do genuinely want to see this go far. I want to see this have multiple seasons, because I think it has really good potential. And I found it already in like literally only an hour. I've only watched Saturday Night Live UK for an hour because only one episode has come out. So obviously it's only an hour. So already I'm finding it far more fun and enjoyable than the US version. So there we go. That's automatically puts it high up. But again, there's only been one episode, and it could always just dip. You could always just plummet. But yeah, that's essentially it. If you're here in the UK, watch it. It's really good. Better than I thought it would be. And yeah, that's it. Really good. Really good. And I'm not going to review it every weekend, so don't expect that. What the fuck? Maybe I'll review it at the end of the season, because maybe I'll look back on this video and think, damn, I really shot myself in the foot, because I'm actually kind of glazing this right now. I'm kind of actually saying it's really good. Kind of. I didn't say that. I didn't say it's really good. I said it's a solid start, and I said it's enjoyable, and I liked it. But maybe I am shooting myself in the foot, because it could always just end up really bad by the end. But maybe I'll make another video again at the end of the season. So yeah, my name was HaloHarry, and that was my brief, well, 12 minutes actually, to be exact, because I'm not editing this. I'm just going to upload it straight up raw like this. Um, that was my opinions, first thoughts of Saturday Night Live UK. Thank you for watching.